that has been behind a lot of successful accomplishment that I have made. But in all things, we honor God, because God is all-knowing, and all men and women are created equal in the eyes of God. And many things we have done in life, God comes first, and on earth, it's just the commitment and the conviction of contentment that life gives us. Because we are all human beings that God has created and placed in this world. And we breathe the same air, we drink the same water, we walk on the same road. However, it's humanity that creates rituals and doctrines and systems and process and cultures and the emotional sense of pride that creates division amongst us. In the book of Genesis, God says, let us create man in our image. God didn't say, let us create man in the image of another creature, in the image of God. And that should be a powerful statement and revelation that convicts you in your walk. And that's a powerful statement and conviction that makes me see another man, not because he's my brother or sister, blood brother or sister, not because he or she is from the same village, not because he or she is the same ethnicity, not because he or she is the same color. It doesn't matter what the color is. God is blind to colors. But for the godliness, for the qualities, for the competencies in you. And you see, God is omnipotent, omniscient. And on top of what God has said, that let us create man in our image, God has said, let us elevate man to the top of the pinnacle to reign over all creatures in the world. And God didn't place you at the bottom. God didn't place you in the middle. God says you reign on top. If you start from that basis, that God has created you in the image and God has placed you on top and to reign over all creatures and animals, then there should be a conviction and manifestation in the way you see things and do things as you walk, as you live life. Why has God created you and put you above everything else? Because He has given you the power and the authority to reason, to rationalize, to exercise the intelligence that He has placed in you to make decisions and choices in life. That's the mystery and the power of God. Basic to the point, because God has created you for a reason. He has created you to be a carpenter. He has created you to be a pilot. He has created, you see, God can make all of us the same, but that won't have any essence and practical effect. He has gifted you and given you the resource to be different so that diversity comes together. Just like what you have said, one church, many congregations, one God, many people with different skills and diversity, color, race, ethnicity, but we are all one in the universe, breathing the same air, drinking the same water, and we do things for each other's benefit, and we glorify God. Me and my wife, we went up to Mandy, and we were teaching leadership. We were teaching the difference between management, leadership, and all about the skills that God has gifted us. And one young kid got up and said, how come you have done so many great things? And I said, I owe it to God. God has created you very unique and very special. And your journey is different from mine. Our growing, our mentoring, our shaping, our molding is all totally different and unique. And look at me. My wife, give me your hand. Sorry, give me your hand. You see, your fingerprints and my fingerprints are totally different. People who have died and who were born in future, none of them will have your fingerprints. None of them will have my fingerprints. Your tongue print is totally different and unique. And out of 7.5 billion in the world, none of them will have your fingerprint. None of them will have your tongue print. None of them will have my DNA, because that's the cell that is in the body that determines our existence as human beings. Past and future, you take you out of this equation and there will be nobody like you. And why? God has created you to be very unique and special. And once you know that you are unique and special, once you know that you're created in the image of God, once you know that God has given you the power to make decisions, you will see the transformation inwardly, outwardly, how you look at your fellow friends. That's the manifestation of my journey. That's the manifestation where I can take number one super from 630 billion, make it into 3.4 billion, and walk away very quietly, content that I've done something for the teacher and ordinary people who are going to retire. I've cleaned up corruption. I've changed the image of that organization because of that. Contentment. One of my philosophies in life is about, I came with nothing and I'm going to go out with nothing. Between birth, death, it's how you determine how you're going to walk in life. I know where to draw the line between my personal interests and the interests of the organization, whether it's a church, it's the government, whether it's a private company. When it comes to my private interests, I say, yes, this is the limit, and this part belongs to the people. I have been appointed as a trust and in a fiduciary position, and whatever I do, I have to do it for the best interest of the church, for the best interest of the government, for the best interest of the company, for the best interest of the sports team. That's leadership. Knowing the difference and knowing that you have limitations, because you and me are just instruments and vessels that God has infilled in us to do greater things in life and to serve others. Money is not everything in life. Material things is not everything in life. It's the contentment. My wealth is in the experience, the knowledge, the journey that God has taken to me. That is worth more than gold, silver, and rubies. And that is what it great value when you give back. Not you get it to yourself and keep it to yourself. I want to go to the political leadership that shapes the nation. Like we said, John Maxwell said everything rises and falls on leadership. Ogara something kirap na puna on leadership. You get a good leader, you will see a sense of vibrancy, you will see a sense of innovation, you will see a sense of direction. But leaders come in all shapes. Some can be little people to accomplish something. But the real thing is that you have the ability to relate to people, to empower people, to give them the knowledge, to equip them with the skills, and let them be a part of the journey. Everything that I have done, I have never gone to fighting brosta to me leader, because I know the vision. Whoever tells you that they know the vision, you can do it for your private company. You can do it for your own social NGO or whatever you want to. But if you do it for the people, you have to get the people involved. You have to mobilize them. You have to get the stakeholders involved. You have to listen to their views. And then you have to get them to say, this is the kind of lake city that we want to. This is the kind of university that we want to. Where it is free, recognizes our talent, give us the opportunity to unleash the God-given knowledge that is within us. And when that happens, when people buy in, when people own that vision, when people feel a part of that vision, you can bring the mountains down. Transformation will happen. Revival will happen. Why do you think that Jesus Christ started He came down manifestation as an ordinary man and woman, and that's a revelation of the greatness of God to bring Jesus Christ down to show you that he has talked in the book of Genesis to create man in the image. And yet, when Jesus Christ came, that is the image of God that is coming to you in that room. That is the image of God that is walking among you. And his ministry was only for 3 years. He's gone. But his ministry started with 12 disciples, carrying out the godly mission of preach to the rest of the world corners. And why is it these missionaries leave the comfort of England, leave the comfort of North America, and they come all the way here, cross rivers, live in villages, got infested, got killed in Daru, and they ate their shoes too. Why? Because there's a conviction in our heart. There's a conviction and a manifestation that we own the vision that Jesus Christ gave to us, the commission that we have to commit. And once you do that, you will see people go move and do things, accomplish things. Not command and control, and you pinpoint and intimidate and bribe and do things. I'm sorry. You can do it only just 1 minute. The moment you turn around, it has to come from the heart. It is spiritual, it is emotional, it is a conviction in life.